6.1 for now. At this point, you may be wondering, is it possible to convert a 32-bit OS to a 64-bit OS? Well, that's a topic for a later video.
The hell? Wait. This is actually a thing that people do?
Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. Now in today's video, wait, this isn't a Michael MJD video. Welcome to another video that could be a Michael MJD video, but it's not. Now where have we heard that before? Real quick before I get started, I actually found out about this while I was editing my last video. You might have noticed it too if you read this paragraph that was shown in that video. Speaking of which, if you haven't seen my last video, I recommend you watch it anyways because it sets the stage for what I'm about to do in this video. So yes, it is actually possible to convert a 32-bit OS to a 64-bit OS, and it's actually called cross-grading. And how is it possible? Well, I think it would be better to just show you. So,
let's convert this Debian VM from a 32-bit distribution to a 64-bit distribution. And in case it wasn't obvious, this is not the same VM I used in the video where I upgraded through every release of Debian. In fact, I deleted that VM pretty much immediately after I finished recording that video. Now, I know there is a package out there called CrossGrader, which mostly automates this process, but I want to show you guys how it actually works. But first, this graphical environment has to go. It is actually not possible to do this within a graphical environment because of reasons, so I'm actually going to disable LightDM. I'm going to send Ctrl-Alt F2 to drop to a text mode console. There you go. First, I need to add the AMD 64 architecture, so I'll do just that. Now I need to install QEMU. And finally, we check our uname, so we are running a 32-bit kernel. But now I actually need to install a 64-bit kernel. Now I need to reboot. And I need to explicitly select the 64-bit kernel. And there we go, we are on the 64-bit kernel. Now just to make sure that we are all up to date. Good, we are all up to date, and we can begin cross-grading. Now we need to download the AMD 64 versions of apt, dpkg, and tar. And also libsystemd0 because stuff might break. Okay, there we go. We've downloaded all our packages, and I guess the pre-dependencies and stuff like that. Oh, probably should have cleaned before doing this. Okay, so we'll just run sudo apt clean again just to make sure the cache is all clear, and I'm going to re-download these packages. There we go. We have to use dpkg to install these and not apt because apt will definitely not like what we're doing. And install everything that is marked AMD 64. Might need to rerun this a couple times, but we'll just see what happens. Okay, we got some errors the first time round, but second time it completed. So now if we print our architecture, it is AMD 64. That's good. Now we just need to get our caches. Unmet dependencies, huh? Now at this point I would attempt to purge all packages from old releases, but this is a fresh installation of Bookworm, so I do not need to do that. Now for preserving the auto mark. Manually upgrading everything will clear that automatically installed flag, but I want to preserve that mark. Now you could just get all the auto installed packages and then reinstall everything and then reset the auto mark again. Or we could just do this. I did make sure to update the packages, but... Okay, this looks correct. apt had planned for DPKG to do more than it reported back. Okay, that should be fine. If you don't know what I just did there, I basically tried to tell DPKG that we actually have the AMD 64 variants of these packages installed, and not the 32-bit variant. But apparently that didn't quite work for the desktop environment, so I do need to rerun taskcell. Or maybe not. Okay, so I do need to rerun this command. Maybe not. What? Okay, let's try this again. Oh, can I literally just do that right there? Oh, I do have to allow it to remove essential packages. Oh, so literally, just like that? Okay, I guess we could just do that.
At this point, I'm about to make a huge mistake, which will become relevant later.
I'm gonna clean up. Okay, well apparently I need to manually install sudo. And then we can let this continue. Okay, I think we're good, and we should probably reboot after a cleanup. What the heck? I got the huge mouse cursor again. And, okay, good. Everything is working. But, systemd installed? No, systemd has not been migrated to 64-bit, so... Oh, now you're telling me I don't have internet. What the hell? My god. I think this should be good. Okay, good. Now I can just replace systemd, reboot, and it's still working. Okay, good. Okay, there we go. Now I can just run taskcell again. And install xfce. Wait a minute, why is it still installing i386 packages? That is not something I wanted to do. Okay, let's try this again. Buffer eviction Okay, I'll just do the puny method. Oh, QXL went crazy again. Crap. QXL GPU is being a doozy. Okay, this should be correct. Okay, fine, I'll just run this command again. But it seems to be good. Now let's just purge the old 32-bit kernel. Okay, everything's working so far, but there is no desktop environment installed. I don't know why LightDM is running, but it's okay. We can fix this. Okay, the swap is complete. Now we can just purge the 32-bit packages. Apparently that didn't work. Oh, apparently I needed to put in 2 spaces. I think this should be good. Yes! Let's remove the i386 architecture just to make sure. And it removed successfully. Nice. Now we can upgrade to Debian 13 without any issues at all. Wait, how do I use that again? Yep, that went good. And boom, now we can upgrade to Trixie. Or Debian 13, rather. Oh.
It was at this moment that he knew. He f***ed up.
Did you catch the mistake I made? No? Well, I'll tell you what I did. Remember when I told you that I was about to make a huge mistake? That mistake was letting apt auto-remove several 32-bit packages, which prevented the command I used to purge the 32-bit packages from actually purging them. Ultimately, this prevented the upgrade to Debian 13 from working correctly, and rather than just telling dpkg to purge the offending package, I instead resorted to manually editing dpkg status file, which is something you definitely should not do unless you absolutely know what you're doing.
Okay, so we completed the upgrade, but now without a bit of kerfuffles. Think I'm gonna have to reinstall XFCE. Okay, so for some reason one of the XFCE packages wasn't entirely removed, or replaced, I should say, during the cross-grade, so I couldn't actually upgrade it. So I had to manually edit the dpkg status file to remove the reference to the blah blah. Let me just... Well, that was a little weird, but we did it. We cross-graded this VM from 32-bit x86 to 64-bit x86 and upgraded to Debian Trixie, which is great.